Hello and welcome again to this GD Live screencast at Phuket PALS with me, Teacher Marco. And I will be helping you out today with the Reasoning through Language Arts section of the GED tests. This is the part 5 of the series that I am making, and it's focusing on testing basic English usage, specifically how to improve awkward sentences. Alright, this is a very interesting topic, and before we begin, I do encourage you to please hit on the subscribe button below, and please like this video, and don't forget to share it, because we would like for other people, other students who are taking their GED test, to be assisted by Phuket PALS, and also it's good for them to be informed of the programs that we are offering here in Phuket PALS. So let's begin. Like what I said a while back, this is an installment of the series that I mentioned before, and we have already talked about a few topics here on how to use standard English in GED. And if you haven't seen them, I do advise you to look at or check our video list and check out all the topics that we have covered earlier. Okay, let's begin. So, what do we mean by awkward? So all of these words are associated with the word awkward, like tricky, difficult, hard to deal with. So how do you imagine yourself when you're in an awkward situation? You want to get out, right? You don't want to be in that situation because it's not so good. You want to go home and go under the blanket, right? But in GED, we're talking about awkward sentences. So what do we mean by awkward sentences? To make it simple, here's what I tell my students. If I ask them to read their work out loud, and if they stumble upon something, or if they keep on pausing, or they're reading like they're a little bit confused, it means that they're reading an awkward sentence. So an awkward sentence may be a bit wordy. It's using a lot of fillers. It's using a lot of sentences that are only used, or words that are only used when speaking, informal language or informal words. So that makes a sentence awkward. So how do we fix it? That's the biggest question. Now, you will see a lot of tips online, but my advice is first, well, let's go to the methods, okay? Let me give you an example first before I give you some tips. So here's an awkward sentence. Taking life a day at a time is how I think it should be done to be happy. Why do you need a lot of words just to say that? I mean, I can make it simple by just saying taking life one day at a time will make you happy. Simple as that. So how do we identify if you have an awkward sentence? So first, identify the awkward phrasing. So if you have a friend, if you're trying to write an essay and you have a friend with you, have your friend read your work out loud in front of you, and then pay attention where he or she pauses, because this pauses can flag awkward phrasing. So pauses indicate that the reader got stuck. Or if you don't have a partner and you're already in your tests, test center, so what you can do is try to reread or proofread your essay. Alright. So simplify and clarify. So the tip that I wrote here, identify the main noun and verb. So this is a methodical approach. So identify the subject and then the action, and then cut the sentence down accordingly. Ask yourself, what is this sentence about? What is the core subject? So, am I writing too fancy? Am I just trying to write to make it to make it sound fancy? That's what you have to ask yourself. Okay. Again, simplify and clarify. And the one that I'm talking a while back, the phrasing is awkward, right? So how do we fix it? Ask yourself. Maybe the punctuation is the problem. All right. Take a look at your punctuation. Look at your fundamentals that we talked about earlier. We talked about parallel structure. Check if your sentences are parallel. Watch out for mixed construction. So, what do I mean by mixed construction? Take a look at subject-verb agreement. We haven't talked about that yet, but yeah, that's something to look forward to in my future videos. Alright, and like what I said, always pay attention to the pauses. They usually indicate trouble. Alright, so read your essay again or your sentences. Let's take a look at some other example. The fact that we don't eat a balanced diet is our biggest health problem, and that we don't get enough exercise is also a big issue. Okay, so the subject, we do not eat balanced diet, and it's a big problem. So I can write poor diet and lack of exercise contribute to our greatest health problems. Simple as that. I eliminated a lot of words just to make it simple and clear. So if you ask me, but teacher, I need to write 250 words for my essay. 250 words, no, that's not too much. That's okay. Alright, don't worry. Alright, just put in your mind this mantra: simplify and clarify. Here's another example. The article sums it up pretty well regarding what her plan is about. Now, if I will fix this sentence, I will just say, the article sums up what her plan is about. Okay. Regarding and what, it's too much. It's redundant. So I can just say the article sums up what her plan is about. Okay. I'll just remove all these adverbs here. And that's it. Alright. I hope that I was able to help you today. And if you're interested in our program, and if you want to learn more about what GED is, and if you need some assistance regarding all the GED core subjects, math, science, RLA, and social studies, don't hesitate to check on our Facebook page. That is facebook.com/Phuket PALS. Or you can go ahead and check our website. That's phuketpals.org. Alright, thank you so much for listening to me, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.